Hey everyone, this is Leo Lauretti from Abstract Music Lab, and today I'm back here in the sound design channel. Today I'm recreating an ARP called Podium, and it sounds like this. This is how it sounds in solo, without any effects. And the MIDI. It has a little bit of cutoff automation as well, but now let's listen to it in context. And the automation. Really cool sound, and if you liked it, you can get it over here in the description below in the Circly Sounds Volume 4 that you can find at PML's website. But now let's get started with this preset and let's get started with this tutorial. We're going to start by initializing Serum, and we're going to deactivate all the effects, and it sounds like this. And for this to work, we're going to put the transpose to 0 and the mode to mono. Now we're going to choose a dual VCO echo, and we're going to start by putting the octave of the first oscillator to 32. Now this, we're going to put it to a saw, and the pulse width a little bit lower, somewhere like this. Volume is going to remain at 100%, and now we're going to go to oscillator number 2. Oscillator number 2, we're going to pick the volume and put it to 79, something like this. Just so you can listen oscillator 2 alone. We're going to put this over here to 16. And the tune is going to go to somewhere like this. You have to go a little bit lower with this. That's exactly the 7th note or the 5th note of the scale. And that is going to create an additional characteristic sound for the note. So now when we put this all up, you can see that it sounds all full and together. And it sounds really cool, actually. Now we're going to go here into the mixer. We're going to start with a mixer pre, and we're going to put this as it is, just to lower a little bit of the low end. And now we're going to move into the ADSR section just to create and shape the sound a little bit. We're going to choose an analog sound, and we're going to start by putting the attack a little bit up, decay a little bit down, sustain all the way down because we want it to be a pluck. And now the release a little bit up. Nothing is going to be done over here in the velocity and the keyboard tracking. Now we're going to go into the filter. We're going to select a byte filter. Now we're going to also put it as a cutoff a little bit lower. Something like this. We barely listen to the sound, and now we're going to make it shape a little bit higher. How? The keyboard tracking is going to go up. What does that mean? So essentially, the higher you go in the piano, the more right you go in the piano, the higher the cutoff is going to be. And we're also going to choose a little bit of peak. This is going to give a little bit of resonance to the sound. But what is going to do the major lift over here is the envelope too. So we're going to put it a lot up. And again, we're going to choose an analog ADSR over here, and we're going to start by putting the attack a little bit up. Sustain all the way down. Decay a little bit down as well. And release a little bit up. Pretty much that's it. Now we're also going to use the LFO number 2, and we're going to put this a little bit up. This is going to help us by not making the sound always the same. So the LFO2 is going to create a little bit of variation in the sound. And now we need to shape the LFO2. So in LFO2, we're not going to do anything over here into the phase, delay, and the rate. We're just going to pick the rate mod and put it a little bit up. That pretty much shapes the rate that we set over here. So if we set a rate of 0, this is going to modulate the rate that we've set. And now we're going to choose a triangle sync, because this is going to sync along with the project. And we're going to choose a 1/2 dot. As we don't want this to be controlled by the mod wheel, we're going to leave this depth mod all the way down. Just so you can listen to it a lot more intensified. You can see that it creates a little bit of variation. We're only going to leave it a little bit like this. Now we're going to go into the FM, and in the FM, we're going to go a little bit higher. This kind of creates a little bit of distortion, and it's always nice to have it. Now we're going to go into the tuning section, and in the tuning section, we're going to start by putting the vibrato a little bit up. But we don't listen to anything, and the reason why this happens is because this depth mod is at 100%. We have to put it all the way down. Now if you put the vibrato a little bit up, you can start hearing the vibrato, but let's put it down again. And in the vibrato, we're going to put the delay a little bit up. In the LFO1 actually. And the rate mod is going to remain as it is. We're going to also choose a triangle, but here we're going to use a gate modulation, which is essentially every time that you hit a note. And also we're going to use a 1/16 pretty much as it is. And the depth mod all the way down to 0 as we've already done. And you can still hear a little bit of glide in the sound, which is really cool for the sound. Now we're going to go into the pan mod, and we're going to select over here alternate. And just so you can listen to what it does, essentially it alternates between the notes that you're playing. So we're going to leave this a little bit around something like this. So it creates a little bit of variation in the panning, but still focused in the center. And here's where the magic is going to happen. We're going to go over here into the clock and into the ARP, and we're going to put the clock and put it to 132. But we're going to put this ARP up. The multiply all the way down. Listen to what happens if it's all the way up. Not what we want, so all the way down. And we're going to put this over here to down. To round. We're going to put this as 2 octaves, so it's going to go up to 2 octaves up, but is going to restart after 7 notes. Pretty much that's it. Now we're going to go here into the modifications, and in the modifications, we're going to go into the resonance mod, and we're going to use envelope 1. This is pretty much going to intensify the resonance according to envelope 1. So you can see that now peak has an M, which means modulation. As you can see it over here, parameters modulated here. Now we're not going to do anything with the trimmers, and we're going to go right into the effects section. And in the effects section, we're going to start by choosing a delay. 100% dry, 0% center, and also we're going to put this a little bit down as well. High pass a little bit up, so we don't delay the low end, and also low pass a little bit down. Left, center, right as it is. Wow is going to remain as it is, and the feedback is going to go a little bit up. And lastly, plate reverb. More dry and less wet. Pre-delay is going to remain as it is, diffusion as it is, and the dampening is going to go a little bit up. The dampening, if it essentially dampens the reverb a little bit faster, so if it's not all the way up, you can see the high frequency is a lot more present. Did you hear the difference? Decay as it is, size as it is, and now again, if you want to listen. Now, when we activate the shaper box and the EQ and listen in context, and that's it. I hope that you liked the preset, and if you liked it, you can get it over here in the description below at Circulate Sounds Volume 4. This is Leo Lauretti from Abstract Music Lab signing off. Ciao.
Hi, this video is sponsored by us. If you like these tutorials and want to support the channel, please check out our website packed with online courses and professional sample packs. Also check our ready-to-use and club-tested Serum presets. You can browse by the genre and style you're looking for, or get the incredible deal with the full Serum preset bundle. Thank you for listening, and now let's get back to your tutorial.